Mm. The two dried out roses are flowers from my mother's grave. Dried out rose that I lifted from my mother's graveside services. Here's the difference between you and I, Charlie. I'm honest. If I had a picture of your dead mother who's never been in chat, Charlie, I wouldn't use it against you. Wouldn't need to. So I went to JT's chat in solidarity, and he let Ziggy do what he did. So, you know, Ziggy, you just put a nail right in JT's coffin. I'll never support his chat now. Never. It's not going to happen. He thinks the government is evil. He's a liberal fucktard. He's been taught fucking crap. You're an idiot, JT. You're a complete buffoon. You don't know shit about government, and you don't know shit about people. You don't. You don't own a business. I don't know what fucking job you have, but it can't be a very good one. So there you go, JT. You warned me. Oh, you're going to do something to me. Don't do anything to make me use your mother's picture. So what did I do? You think that's going to make me mad? No, that just cut you off from me, JT. Now you're fucked. Completely fucked. Because now I'm not going to support you. Your chat or anything you fucking do. I don't care if it agrees with what I do. Which it doesn't, because you sit up there and why don't you come on up here and talk to me about government, JT? I know you're not at work. You get right? You're in fucking chat the early hours of the morning, all fucking morning. What the fuck can you possibly do during the day? Work at Target? Target? And then Gotti sits there and laughs and thinks it's funny. Well, one thing I asked, and you won't do it. But you want everybody to fucking kowtow to you. So sorry, JT. And fuck you, Rusty. Bunch of fucking haters. Holy fuck, you guys hate yourself and every fucking thing. Poor little Ziggy. Are you upset Billy cloned you, Ziggy? Oh, you poor little baby. You poor little baby. Ziggy runs around and he uses other streams to battle people. Same thing with you, Gotti. So, Charlie, you need to just shut your fucking mouth. Unless you got something constructive to say. I'll never be in your chat again, JT. You're going to have the same stupid motherfuckers there all the time. I mean, there's only a few of you. My life isn't going to fucking go haywire because of you guys don't like Billy or whatever. I don't really give a fuck. I'm too old to give a fuck. So JT thinks that Trump is installed and it's all the fixes in, and he's not going to do anything to help the country. And they watch the View that Corinne Jean Pierre, the black bitch with the fucking curly hair, needs a good. She's a lesbian, by the way. She's lesbian, she's black, and she's a woman. She's three minorities. So fucking sickening. Donald Trump, he's winning defamation lawsuits big time. These big networks are paying out. Yeah, JT, you lost my support. You let Ziggy do that. You should have made him take that down or go full screen and told him not to use Hayden's picture, but you didn't. You want to throw it in my face? That Steph and Sean, that's Todd Heiser account. She runs around, oh, Sean's not in chat. Bullshit. That's Todd Heiser and his little fucking crew. Huh, Todd? I'll watch CNN. No. Why? I don't need to watch him, Charlie. Charlie, why are you fucking even here? Holy fuck. Get the fuck out of my chat, Charlie. I can't fucking stand you. I just timed you out for 24 hours. Get the fuck out of my chat, Charlie. Go open your own fucking chat. I don't like you, Charlie. Ignorant, fucking sincere ignorance right there, boy. You guys think I'm over there sucking JT's dick? Yeah, okay. I was there to kick him in the dick. And I'm going to kick him in the dick. And I'm going to keep kicking him in the dick because he's a punk motherfucker. The fuck have you ever done in your life, JT? Exciting. You certainly never joined the military and graduated from boot camp. That's quite a feat for a person to do. That makes a man proud. You're the one with the problem, JT. You're the one with mental illness. And I don't find it amusing you laughing either, Gotti. You want to make me mad? You did. You got me mad. Now I'm mad at you, JT. And now it's not going to get reversed. It's not. I'm not going to forgive you for anything. Now you're fucked. Now I hate you, JT. You're a punk motherfucker. You're exactly what they warned about on this platform. Not YouTube specifically, but the internet, because all those platforms are the internet. Satellite communication. That's what that fucking means. JT, when you serve your country and you do something that's a little bit more risque than what you do here, Ziggy put you and your girlfriend in danger. You're both, it's open season on both of you. Come take me to court, Rusty. Try to get me on a Zoom call at some fucking court. I'll have fuck that happen. Imagine being the judge in that fucking thing. Sitting there. Look at these two fucking crybabies in my court. Charlie, all you do is attack me. That's all you do. If you think it's gonna hurt me, you not being in my chat, you're dumber than I give you credit for, Charlie. Fucking idiot.
Here. Are you working on the Hill or at a think tank, or are you a young professional desiring a career in American politics? Click right here to learn more about College's part-time MA in government degree and incredibly generous scholarship.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get a refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Enjoy Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
It's Larry O'Connor here. Are you working on the Hill or at a think tank, or are you a young professional desiring a career in American politics? Just part-time MA in government degree and incredibly generous scholarships.
As high as 55 miles per hour. With wind chills in the 30s. We'll track temperatures in the 50s tomorrow through Sunday, 60s Monday, and in the 70s Tuesday through Thursday of next week. I'm 7 News meteorologist Eileen Road. Right now, 45 degrees in Washington. I'm Heather Dakota Sunspot, 105.9 WMAL.
Charlie, if I ever got my hands on you, I'd fucking break your neck. Same thing with your fucking little brother there.
Taking the fight to the radical left and the nutrient swamp. You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show. Hearing is Dan Bongino.
Yeah, why does it feel different today? Why does the show feel differente? Or
Why in the studio?
yes, we're not in A news. We're in. Well, checking this out. You are? Anybody in the chat? Are you guys seeing this? If you missed it this morning during the podcast, this is the new Dan Bongino studio. We'll transition to Silver Lock shortly in the next week, but it's still mine for a week. And man, I got to tell you, it feels really good.
That looks really sharp, man.
Does it sound nice? Radio quality?
It sounds even better. Yes.
Now, Producer Jim is yet to see the fully finished product. Is that correct, Producer Jim?
It is correct.
Okay. Now, if you want to see the pictures, you can watch the podcast. You can see some of the photos. Producer Jim has some of the old photos on his X and True Social feed. He's at JJ Verdi. But we put a ton of work into this. A big thank you to my wife, Paula, my crew, Michael, Justin, Jasmine, our business manager. I mean, this was a lot of work that went into this. Folks, it was an old Burger King. Burger King. Like if you wanted a Whopper, Jim, there's a light. You see that light key to the left? Why is it like blinking? Am I under police? What's that? Oh, he's messing with me with the lights. And I just stared right into it, folks. So now I'm effectively blind. So if something happens that I cannot see you anymore. I may not be able to read my own notes during the show. But if you wanted a Whopper, you could have ordered one right here. In this spot I'm sitting in right now. If you want to see, rumble.com/Bongino, you can check it out. And my wife, over 2 years, basically leveled this thing down to the walls and built out this amazing studio. Even Teresa, Jim, who is not much for compliments, sent me a text. So I must have watched the podcast today. She said, I love, all caps, love the new studio. I love it too. It's Jasmine doing her thing, always doing something. She's like, I don't know what she's got a broom out there. She's like, is this a new one? Is new one you like? That's like the third one you printed. I was just saying how we're so impressed. Jasmine's running around with like a broom and a dustpan or something. I don't know what she's doing out there. What were you doing out there? Just curious. Oh, there was a bug. This is Florida. The bugs out here are deadly. Jasmine is a slayer of deadly insects, and she was outside getting rid of bugs. So it's been a long journey, and it feels great to be in here doing our first radio show from the new Silver Lock Studios down here in Martin County, Florida. It was quite a project. Guy's just popping into this. Guy has some like sandal look going today. So I'm afraid Guy may have just transported himself back to the hippie generation 60s. Listen, you understand what I'm leaving my next... Oh, no. Here we go. They both got the sandals on right now. Guys, no smoking doobies in there. My next job, we can't be doing that. I don't want to have to first things have to arrest you guys for something. They got the look. They got like the college professor Samuel on the quad look going. All right, I do have stuff to talk about. Enough messing around. Let's get to the show. Folks, this just happened about, I don't know, an hour ago on the House floor. A Representative Al Green, who, Jim, how many times he impeached Trump? Is it like 47? Yeah, something like that. Al Green's trying to impeach President.
He's trying to impeach him that night during the speech.
Yeah. Actually, during the speech, he was interested. So Al Green, in case you missed the joint address to Congress, Al Green's the guy screaming like Charlie Brown's teacher from the House floor, waving. Microphone. The Democrats were so embarrassed that even Dick Durbin, who, by the way, Jim, was on the House floor, again, addressing some of the content on this show. He called me a political animal or something like that. That the show was... Jim, what was the essence of this show? Is this a sports show?
It is not a sports show.
What kind of show is it?
This is a political show.
So you're telling me my library of content will mention things like politics? Yes. But that's, I guess Dick Durbin just found that out. And I can't say this enough. I love how they read my stuff as if I don't know I said it. Jim, how would I know I said it?
Because you could go back and listen to it.
Because I gave the back. Thank you. I appreciate that. So even Dick Durbin, the reason I bring him up, he was asked by Manu Raju from CNN, hey, what do you think of this Al Green stunt, screaming at the president during this joint address, pointing a cane at him, right? Get off my lawn, kind of thing. What do you think about that? And even Dick Durbin, who's a pretty far left guy, Dick Durbin was like, well, I might have done things. What I'm getting at, folks, is this thing is unquestionably backfired. When you look at polling, approval rating for the speech, the Democrat response to it, the screaming, the yelling, the booing, the hissing, none of this ended well for the Democrats. Matter of fact, it looked pretty terrible. So what happened today was a censure vote on the House floor, led by Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, a censure vote for Al Green, who just looks ridiculous. And listen, or should they have done, I don't know. Like, what are these? What's the point of these? Who really cares? I mean, this is exactly what you expect. So from Democrats, you just do. Here is Al Green after the censure vote and a couple of his buddies in the progressive far left caucus over there. And they decided, Jim, rather than just let this go and leave it behind, they were going to double down on it because it worked so well the first time. This is actual audio, not a joke.
Well, it's the adoption of House Resolution 189. The House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured.
Fucking time.
The public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. House to come to order. The House to come to order.
Why are they always singing? Why are they? What is with? Why are you always singing, Democrats? What is with the singing? Did you guys miss an opportunity to be in the St. Pancras Boys Choir? Where'd you get that from? I was in the St. Pancras. I went to Catholic school. I was in the St. Pancras Boys Choir. You were in the choir. Yes, I was. When I was in grammar school, when I was a young kid. Did you miss an opportunity? It was great. Dan, why can't you sing? I don't know. When you're in a choir, when you suck at singing, your voice just blends in with people who are good, and they just forget it. Why are you always singing? And Jim, they're singing, "We shall overcome." What are you overcoming? Am I missing something? So Donald Trump, what exactly are you overcoming? He got a historic number of black and minority voters to move in his direction in the last election. Donald Trump, who you claim is a fascist and a Nazi, Jim, would you agree that this guy, President Trump, is the least skilled fascist, Nazi, racist you've ever seen? He's doing an awful job at that. It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, the guy's had a generally really good, successful life. Presidency, business, some ups, some downs, more ups and downs, right? But his job at the fascist Nazi stuff, he's really screwing that up. He's just not doing good at all. What exactly are you overcoming? I'm confused. He's proposing tax relief for servers in restaurants, senior citizens. In other words, he's giving you back more of your money. Now, producer Jim is a student of history. Jim, when you were a fascist, totalitarian, authoritarian, Nazi, and all this other stuff, the central core operating principle of these destructive ideologies, is it more or less government power? This is not a trick question.
More government power.
Ignorant motherfucker right there.
So, Jim, if you were trying to, and you were Donald Trump and you were a fascist authoritarian and we're singing "We Shall Overcome," because we're always singing something now if you're a Democrat, and you're trying to overcome something, do you think if you wanted a government to have more centralized, powerful, more powerful government, would you want that government to have more or less money?
If I wanted it to have more power?
Yes.
More money.
More money. Thank you, Jim. So tax cuts would be a relatively ineffective way of doing that, correct? Because it would give more money back to people.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. I'm going to miss. Someone said yesterday, I hope when Vince Colonnese takes over, producer Jim and the sarcastic banter. I can't stop with it. I get it that there are some people who maybe don't like it, but I'm sorry. I can't stop. Because if I don't have producer Jim to bounce this kind of stupidity off of, I got to make sure I'm not the only crazy one. So you're saying we shall overcome. I'm just asking you, overcome what? No, not your, lofty, otherworldly language. I mean, tangible bullet points. What exactly are you overcoming?
TDS.
What TDS? Right, TDS is right. What are you overcoming? Hey, Michael, I just need the spots. Oh, they're there. I got them. Sorry. What exactly are you overcoming? Donald Trump has proposed this agenda moving forward where this allegedly authoritarian fascist is going to take away money from government to give to you in the form of tax cuts. And by the way, it's going to be for middle-class folks, seniors, servers in restaurants, and others, middle-class families through increased deductions and things like that. Healthcare, he's proposing decentralizing the system so that you can control when you go to the doctor. Jim, does that sound like a fascist thing, giving you control of your healthcare? Is it just...
That does not.
It does not. Jim, he's proposing another one. This is totally totalitarian, authoritarian, fascist, maybe even Nazi too.
Getting a lot of
He
wind.
really loves school choice, where parents
Really windy out.
go to schools. Does that sound totalitarian to you, Jim?
It does not.
But Jim, Al Green is leading a choir. What number of Congress is this? The
119.
The 119th Congressional Chorus. They're going to be on American Idol or whatever that's. America's Got Talent next. They're singing "We Shall Overcome." I'm
Really windy.
So overcome what? People's wallets are going to get fatter. We definitely got to overcome that. People are going to pick their own healthcare and doctor. My gosh, we don't want that. We got to overcome that. Parents are going to pick where their kids go to school. That is, if there was ever a "We Shall Overcome." Jim, is that it or what? This is serious, like Nazi fascist stuff. You see, when you ask these people to just kind of distill it down to an actual data point receipt, they can never actually produce. Oh, here's one more, Jim. So if they're trying to overcome, like Al Green singing on the floor, "We shall," they're doing the whole congressional chorus routine. I expect to see you all, by the way, on America's Got Talent. I would love to see Simon, like, you guys are really terrible. Who told you guys you could sing? That would be wonderful. But if you're going to sing "We Shall Overcome," I'm just going to ask a simple question. Give me one thing, and I'll throw one more. Here, Jim, here's one more thing. If you were a totalitarian fascist, right, is the idea, like Donald Trump's a big deregulator, is the idea to have more government rules or to give people more freedom with less government rules? Like, what do you think? Where are you erring on? To give people more freedom? Yes. Yes, that's what you'd like to do.
Yes.
But if you were a totalitarian,
No, that would be the opposite of that.
you would want more government rules, right? This guy, Donald Trump hasn't failed at much, but man, he's really, Mr. President, I love you. I appreciate the honor of the position you offered, and I want you to know I'll cherish it for the rest of my life. And I promise you my partisan hat will be off and my Dan Bongino public servant hat will be on. But while I'm still in my public opinion role, I have to break the bad news to you. You failed. You failed terribly. This fascist totalitarian thing, you're just not doing a good job. You're just not. And it's sorry, man. I can't. We shall overcome. Okay, great. That's I'm sure you swayed so many hearts and minds that there are people rushing to their local voter registration office right now to switch over to Democrat droves. I'm sure of it. And Jim, just to put the kind of the cherry on top of this segment, yeah, folks, Dick Durbin and some media people
Watching a snowstorm come this way. It's fucking snowing hard.
These are the people, right? These are the geniuses running the country right now.
Oh, by the way, didn't that look insurrection-y to you?
They looked very insurrectionary. Yes, they were not obeying the rules on the House floor. All we needed was Chewbacca guy to come back. By the way, Jim, did Stewie reach out again?
He did.
He did. He's very persistent. I give him credit for that. Stewie from the New York, they're very persistent. This is the plan, folks. They send you quotes as if you don't know you said them on a political. I'm like, you know how I know I said
Why
it?
even mention my name?
So I know I thank you. You said, I know. I'm going to start. Jim, here's what you do next time he reaches out. Take a screenshot of his last article and ask him to send. Well, I'm in the public. Okay, now you see how ridiculous it is asking me this question. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break from the new studio, Silverlock Studios. This feels great, man. Thank you, Paul. You did an amazing job. See the American flag over my shoulder? That's awesome. We'll be right back.
Attention all patriots, time is running out to claim your Trump knife, a limited edition masterpiece that stands as bold and strong as America itself. Order your free Trump knife today at TrumpKnife47.com. Small shipping and handling fee. Add this limited edition masterpiece to your Trump collection. Etched with Trump, make America great again. It's a daily reminder of your patriotic pride. Visit TrumpKnife47.com right now to claim your free Trump knife. You just pay shipping and handling. That's TrumpKnife47.com. Shipping and handling fees apply. Offer valid while supplies last. Paid for by Entramax. Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2020.
Charlie's trying to make a name for himself using my name. Oh, Billy, he thought being a streamer, he was going to get the checks.
Join over 500,000 happy.
What a dumb motherfucker you are, Charles William Price.
DIENhearing.com.
You want me to talk about you, Charlie? Is that what you want? Charlie, you looking for attention, you little stalker? I banned you, and then you go cry to other people. I don't want to see you, Charlie. You're an idiot. I see you, I see Wiggin. Complete buffoon. And he goes to fucking Vegas and whines and cries. Why? My name's Charlie. Why? Fucking moron. That's why Wiggin likes you, because you're a dumb motherfucker.
Learn more at starlight.org. I was choosing alcohol over my family. That's when I made the call. Now I'm finding better ways to cope.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Making sense of your world on the go. Stream your favorite shows, get the day's top headlines, and access our podcast archives, all with the new WMAL app. This is for you. Get the WMAL app on Google Play or the Apple App Store and stay connected.
Blowing out your birthday candles should be easy, but if you have undiagnosed COPD, you may find yourself short of breath. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years to your life. If you have symptoms like wheezing or chronic cough, talk to your doctor. COPDfoundation.org.
Stronger than we look type. Type 1 diabetes since I was 2. The braver than you think type.
I have to take insulin shots every single day.
The type that will slip at nothing.
No more blood sugar tests.
Absolutely nothing.
No more complications.
Until type 1 becomes type 9.
Support JDRF's life-changing research, and one day you'll say, I helped turn type 1 into type 9. Join us now at jdrf.org.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, huh?
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we go.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male. Billed monthly. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-581-1414. That's 800-581-1414.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Official headquarters for the Bongino Army, the Dan Bongino Show.
No. Thank you to Robert38 and Ant Tap in the Rumble chat. You said you love the new studio. It's our first day here. So forgive me if I spend a couple of minutes, an hour on just discussing it, because it's a new look for the show. This show has had the exact same look for, I don't know, 10 years. Well, we didn't do video. We did audio for the first, I think, 4 or 5 years until YouTube, and then YouTube, of course, banned us for telling you COVID masks don't work, which is quite hilarious now. So now we've been on Rumble, but the show has looked the same for almost all of it. So we built this new studio. It took 2 years. People asked some questions. I said, Dan, what's that over your shoulder? Jim said, is that the Dan Hampton helmet? No, that's Auburn. That's Bo Jackson. Jim's like already trying to jinx the NCAA tournament or the SEC tournament. That's a Bo Jackson signed Auburn helmet if you want to check it out. And next to it is a basketball, which unsurprisingly is from the Auburn Tigers. I got most of the guys on the team to sign it with Coach Bruce Pearl. And then there's some other gizmos up there. I got to look at the screen. I'm kind of looking at my own. I'm looking. I realize like my face is super shiny too. I would just wash my face. I didn't realize you look so different. That is over my. That's over my shoulder. That flag is from the Patriot Awards, the one on the bookshelf. And then the after that is my old Secret Service badge. When we were in the Treasury Department before DHS, you had a nice little Treasury badge, and you could put it in Lucite and take it with you. So that's what that is over my shoulder. So a bunch of business. So we'll talk about that a little more. Got some great guests lined up for you, more content, especially that hearing.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're
Charlie's mad.
maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type
Charlie, what's the matter? Why are you mad, Charlie? Charlie.
$100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-859-4220.
Charlie's mad.
Big Lou will find a term life policy.
Blah, blah, black sheep. Blah, blah, blah.
Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you.
Charlie run out of people to troll. He ain't got nobody to troll. Everybody blocks him.
Make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-859-3220. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-859-3220. 800-859-3220 or biglou.com.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Inbound 50 in Maryland, very heavily slow right now from Columbia Park Road to the work zone, right at the district, right in the center of the road. Looking on outbound.
No, Charlie and Ziggy are mad at me. Ziggy's really fucking out there. That motherfucker's tripping like crazy. Can't contain yourself, can you, Ziggy? Ziggy, do I get underneath your skin? Something wrong with you, you fucking cokehead, stupid fuck. You're gonna look like Wiggin when you get older. That's why his face is all caved in from snorting so much coke.
33 tomorrow. Mix of sun and clouds with a high.
Oh yeah, it tears up all that tissue and everything in your sinuses. He smokes some cigarettes. He sounds like emphysema. There's a reason he ain't got no fucking teeth. He's never really taken care of himself. He's just a fucking drunk, fucking coke snorker, and fucking all his little bitches. I mean, look at the mother of his children. Fucking skanks. Stop. 13 kids. I've been married 5 times. Yeah, fucking. That's my idol right there.
Street. Pizza sounds good. Garland Street. Garland Street.
Oh, Wiggin, maybe you can join forces with JT again. Come on. I'm making myself available for you, suck fucks. Sitting right here. Ziggy doesn't dare come in here. He get mad if he gets dined out or whatever. You got a serious problem, Ziggy. You really do. JT, you do realize Ziggy dreams of your girlfriend. He's lusting after her. You let him sit up there on your fucking panel and do that shit. And you're going to make an excuse. Well, it wasn't me. I can't control what people do. Yeah, you can. Sure, you can. And what, Gotti, there's something wrong with you. Why are you hanging around with that younger generation like that?
Your favorite WMAL shows. Since our podcast archives.
Rain thinks Rusty's just the fucking nuts out here. Rusty's just, she's no better than Wiggin, harassing people, making fucking videos about him. Oh, I'm taking you to court. You don't know the court system. They all think they're fucking teaching us a lesson. Come on. There you.
0.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
I don't have to turn my side chat off. You fuckers are scared to come in here.
That's what people want.
And people who are on my side, there's no sense in them even coming in here, because if they make a post, you guys are going to see them and you're going to harass them. Silence runs deep. That's for fucking sure.
But the hard thing is to make your golden years just that. Golden.
I trusted you, JT. Can't be trusted.
Vice President and Chief Public Policy Officer.
You can't be trusted, JT.
The second 50.
No. I wasn't cloning anybody in your chat. I wasn't talking about anybody being nasty.
Habits that are going to have the most impact on how well you age. You're going to be able to guess this.
That's the last time, Gotti. I'll never be friendly to you again.
Smoking,
never.
And drinking a little. Try one or two. I would add.
And here you tell Ziggy to get rid of the pick. There's no reason for it, other than Ziggy has a problem now, right? So that means Ziggy's on Wiggin's side, because Wiggin doesn't care if you use my mother's pick. He cares if you talk about his daughter, which Charlie said some of the most horrendous things about Wiggin and his daughter. As Wiggin's changing his daughter's undies, after he gets her all nice and clean, after she shits herself, he plays with it a little bit.
Any idea where we are? I'll get my hat kicked out.
How you like it, Wiggin?
You have any idea? Have you been keeping track?
Yeah. Sure you want to do this, Wiggin? Because I'm going to get right in the gutter with you motherfuckers.
This time, the brilliant Jonathan Chait in the Atlantic, who's been on the wrong side of every major breaking news story of our time. Another one. And then, you know what really is bothering? This is what's going to be coming. I just saw this one. Florida politics, who's probably not a big fan of mine. I don't know this outlet at all, but poll. Dan Bongino at +3 favorability. I'm getting polls now? Wow. It's crazy. Yes. Dan Bongino, it's an economist YouGov.
Look at this fucker cry in Vegas chat. Ain't nobody. Charlie's blocked. I banned Charlie. He's the only one right now.
I guess it's about the show.
Patrick.
Take a note.
I don't know. You're not banned. I undid everybody 3 days ago.
8,762 hit pieces, and I'm at +3 favorite. That's got to drive me
Keep
nuts.
crying,
Don't you think?
fatty cakes.
The more they write, the better it gets for me. Which is
Nobody can see your post on my channels, Patrick. Only I can see that shit.
By the way, Alabama Dale, I did not.
Your link, you posted all your comments. Nobody can see them, Patrick.
Your forehead is very shiny, Dan. As a ball man, I know, it's new lighted in the
I'm
studio.
learning.
I don't really feel like using like makeup stuff. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like
I
it.
figure another year I'll be an expert at this and I'll be making memes.
You also saw Paula during the break, who was nice enough. Did you see it, Jim? To bring in a little bit of cafe con leche. This was good because the coffee machine in the studio is not working. So, man, it's even hot.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that.
You guys see that? The camera was on.
You have some allies out there. I know I do. Why don't you respond to Tom there, Patrick Rowe? Because he's right what he just posted.
Time to be alive, Jim. Great. You get all these people.
That's all they're going to do, Tom. He's Billy's got no honor.
And they settle on us.
Oh, fucking slob you are, Patrick. Just like Charlie, a fucking stupid drunk.
They're so used to a story they tell becoming the story that they're stunned when they try to
powered by people like Jara Wiggin.
The settles is the exact opposite story of a story they wanted you to believe. It drives them bananas. I kind of get a kick out of it. Jim's been fielding a lot of these screen. Dan said this. Yeah, I know. I was there. I said it. You know why? Because it's me.
Did you bring it here, Unruly? Come on, fuck. You guys come on in here. Come on. I'm the only wrench. Me against all of you.
And that's Stephen.
You can't handle it.
There's one thing that drives me bananas. I was talking in the last segment about censure of Al Green, and they got to get on the floor. And speak the truth. Speak the truth wants to know where the Burger King ashtrays are. It's right up there. There's a little. Paula just put that thing up. I got that from the Afghan president when I was an agent. But the Burger King ashtray is right next to it. You'll see if you can see it. You may be able to see the lip of it a little bit, and there's a little Muttley pin on top of it. So that's where that is. It's there. I promise you. Maybe I'll show you during the break. I'll walk in and I'll hold it up. There's nothing that drives me crazier than narratives that are really easily debunked that people just choose to believe out of either ignorance or propaganda. Here's a perfect example. Tax cuts. I'm talking substantive tax cuts. The George W. Bush tax cuts, the Trump tax cuts, the Reagan tax cuts. I am not telling you that this is a causal relationship. Jim, if this gets too wonky, tell me to shut up and move on. But there is a difference, and most of you know this. I'm not trying to talk down to anyone, but there's a difference between causality and correlation. Because two variables are correlating, doesn't mean that one caused the other. The example I use often, you probably heard it before, is catching a cold in the winter. Cold weather does not cause rhinovirus colds. It doesn't. If you being cold caused you to get sick, everybody who jumped in a cold plunge like me would be sick every day. That's not what does it. But people do get sicker in the winter because there's an intervening variable, and that's that your nasal passages in that dry air tend to get drier, and people touch their face and their nose more. And when you shake someone's hand,
they're crying.
And then you go and
they're crying like a fucker.
That's why. It's not the cold weather. You get my point? It's not causal. Cold weather.
All he did is turn me off, JT. Ask one fucking thing. One thing. And you did remove her from your page.
When people tell me hey, we can't do tax cuts.
Did you let that fucking asshole do what he did?
You'll see that in this clip I'm about to play. They're talking about
That's what you do, JT. That's what you do. You're a liberal, JT. That's why you're such good friends with Rusty, because she's a Trump hater.
Going to make big
You're a liar, JT. And I proved it last night. You're a fucking liar.
I'm seriously asking you for any evidence.
You can't even get Ziggy to read, right? You should have fucking bumped him or went to full screen and told him to take it down. And you didn't do it.
Is that when you cut people's taxes, the government, it costs the government money. And they say it, Jim.
Because they're a bunch of fucking crybabies. There's nothing in their real life.
You know, it's like walking.
They're not happy unless they're trying to make somebody else unhappy, because they themselves are unhappy. JT's not happy, camper. That's not, them doing that and not turn his camera on, but they want to, they want to make fun of everybody else's looks. Ziggy's a punk. That's all there is to it. Ziggy is a fucking punk. He's a burden to society. All he does is harass people. He thinks he's a fucking troll. And he's a Satanist. Now, Phil the Pimp, I'm not really sure who you are. And I really, I don't bond with strangers very well. I can't carry a conversation on with somebody I don't know. It's one of my pet peeves. That is a pet peeve of mine. I don't care they use my mother's pic. It just shows what fucking idiots they are. And Ziggy's just plain fucking stupid. And he's making JC look bad too, because that's where that picture come from, JC and Rusty. And Randy disseminated it, and they all went along with it. Thinking that I'm going to fucking I'm going to cry because they're using my mother's pic. No, I'm just going to not like you. It's thumbs down for you, your channel and everything. You're not funny. You're not making me laugh. I made Wiggin laugh all the time in his chat. I make clones. I was good, clean. You guys want, Hayden's cloned everybody. You guys do the same fucking thing. Bunch of goddamn fucking hypocrites. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Extending his existing tax cuts, the ones that he passed in 2017, down here, would cost over $4 trillion. The House Budget Committee has only allocated $4.5 trillion for all the tax cuts. So you could do this, which he's completely committed to, but how the rest of this happens, including a full deduction of the state and local taxes, it is impossible. This is almost $8 trillion worth of tax cuts.
It's not going to cost the government any. You know what?
I have a Phil account. Can I see it?
Let me just say, hold on. Do it with me, folks. U.S. Federal. I'm doing it if you're Rumble right now. Jim said stay on the microphone, by the way. He said when I dip away from the microphone with the new studio, it goes dead. So I'm sorry about that. U.S. federal tax revenue by year. Okay, let's see. I'm not messing around. U.S. Treasury fiscal data. Okay, here we go. All right, this is just this year. Let's see. Is that Statista? Oh, Statista. This is perfect. Total receipts. Okay, let's see. So now to the liberals in the audience, I'm doing this with you in live time. I'm just asking a simple question. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I know I can at times. I'm not here. I'm just asking you a very simple question. There is a very significant debate happening in Congress right now about taxes, tax revenue, who should pay taxes, where they should come from, SALT deductions, tax on tips, taxes on Social Security. You're making a claim that Ratner and others, that cutting taxes, quote, costs the government money. So if it costs the government money, Jim, again, not being a smartass, then you would think government revenue yearly would go down after the Trump tax cuts and the Reagan tax cuts, correct? Okay. What happened with, let's just use the Trump tax cuts, because the Reagan tax cuts, Reagan enacted a dramatic income tax cut and tax revenue went up when Reagan got into office. And you can look this up. The tax revenue was about 500 billion. When he left office, it was over 900 billion. You don't have to take my word for it, look it up. But here's Statista. It's not a political website. It's a statistics site. U.S. tax revenue by year. So Donald Trump cuts taxes in 20.
Is that really you, JT?
Let's get a baseline of 2016. Fair enough. The government
getting glazed by Gotti.
$7 trillion in tax revenue.
JT.
Again, that's a
you got mad when I cloned you?
So if you liberals like
Gotti demanding that I don't, as long as I clone him, I can clone him, he said, but fuck you guys. You want to play the game?
It was 3.
You want to use my mother's picture?
Well,
all right.
Because the tax cuts hadn't taken effect yet, but revenue still went up.
Go ahead. You already did.
Some of these things
you can't take it back. You let Ziggy do it. So now you're going to fucking suffer.
It's 3.
Now I don't like you, JT.
Jim, is that higher or lower? That's
You're bad for business, JT. You really are.
But you must be lying right now.
You guys want to be able to clone and show pictures of everybody, but you don't want nobody doing it to you. That's fucked up.
Down because Stephen Ratner told us that's what happens after tax cuts. So our baseline's 3.32. 2019 tax revenue.
Oh, you fuckers from that space chat. That's where I haven't seen a certain person around, but Patrick Rowe, he's just fucking. That's all he's got to do.
Because that isn't.
This is all he has to do right here. I leave chat for 6, 7, 8, 12 hours, come back, and that fucker's still here.
I'm not telling you it caused. I mean, I think I can make a compelling case that tax cuts cause government coffers to swell because the economy grows, but I'm not even making that leap.
Alicia, if I were your father, I probably would object to you date some guy fucking. You're a piece of shit, Alicia.
Jim, the next year, tax revenue was 3.
Warrior of God. Yeah, okay. Warrior of God, my fucking ass.
That is higher. That is. Man, that's okay. That was 2020. So nuts. So keep in mind, now we're even around the COVID era where the economy gets crushed. So now you would think the Donald Trump tax cuts, Jim, definitely cost the government money. I mean, the COVID hit. It was a real disaster, right? So the baseline year pre-Trump tax cuts is 3.3 trillion. Jim, in 2021, the annual income tax, intake into the government, tax revenue to government, was 4.05 trillion. Is that higher or lower, Jim, than 3.32?
That is much higher.
But Jim, the liberals keep telling us it's going to go. Is there a year it's going to go down? Jim, has there been a year yet where it has gone down from the baseline to tax revenue? Any year?
There has not.
There is not. Let's jump ahead. Let's do a bold experiment because I got to take a break. This is crazy. This is really nuts. Let's go to the year after that. The year after that, it's 4.9 trillion. That is really nuts. 4.9. That higher or lower?
That's like way higher.
Total receipts in trillions of dollars, the United States government. You know, you can just do all this stuff yourself. There it is right there. You guys can look this stuff up yourself.
Pull rid of Wigan, man.
I'm just throwing it. It's right there. This isn't really hard.
My little friend Wigan, man.
Gosh, it's Dan Bongino. We have access, right, Jim, to these high-end research tools. We spend millions on them. No, we spend zero. It's called the interweb. You can just go there and you can actually.
Poor bit of Wigan, man. The Wigan is mad. The Wigan is mad.
Receipts. Oh, look at this. Michael's got the coffee.
The Wigan is mad.
Michael, come in here. Come in here.
The Wigan is mad. The Wigan is mad.
Of all the things,
the Wigan is mad.
Lighting, cameras. Producer Michael.
Wigan.
Thank you. This is it. The moment has arrived, folks. The coffee machine is here now. We can finally christen this place with some Java. Love me some coffee. See how he's going to jump around. If you're new to the show, your head's probably spinning right now.
You can't post that in Vegas chat. I had to put it in as my name, but you can't highlight. If she's in that chat with that name, you can't highlight her name.
For by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you
get in here though
between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both?
You can copy that right now if you want.
And that is MetaShare. You get both. Many families
Daughter
save
of truth, my
$500 a
fucking
month
foot.
with MetaShare, and that's huge. But it's all research of members. There's a lot they like
I
about
don't
MetaShare.
begrudge a woman when she sees a man. Right. Of course, you know, the issue of money is always there. Okay. Because life is about economics. It is. Life is all about economics.
Being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy,
So you really can't blame a woman looking to a man and saying, geez, I could be secure in that guy. He's got a job. You know, he's a good provider. Yeah, he's not lazy.
51 Bible.
That's your main accomplishment in life, Alicia. You got acid trip going. Really bad. He likes my material, I think. Him and Lucas and a few other people. They wish they could think. They're learning. They wish they could think like I do.
O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Mornings from 5 to 9. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. Making sense of the media.
The news media is attacking them because this is what happens when you're a Republican.
Chris Plant. Weekdays 9 to noon.
Yeah, our news media, really.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Supposed to make all the people laugh. All they do is Wiggin with his little trolls and his clones.
Care from a retina specialist have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related.
Way better at it than you are, Wiggin. I've got more names than you fucking shake a stick at.
Straight lines, as well as blurred or loss of central vision. Patients with diabetic retinopathy should seek treatment if they notice the appearance of spots or floaters or blurred and distorted vision. Visit seeforalifetime.org.
Clarity and contact for a complex world.
Be far more specific than ever before.
News Talk 105.9. Making sense of the news. Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on people.
Just think of the lack of supervision on her children with no man to be working outside the home, and her, you know, women, they're nurturers. That's why they have breasts, so they can feed their babies when they're young.
What happened again? Is that what you're telling me?
The man's supposed to provide for that.
There's a job in the Trump administration.
Vince Colonnade, weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
The Trump transition team spending a lot of time at WMAL.com looking at.
Most men end up with their own business. They're a carpenter or whatever. They have a construction company, or they might own a restaurant. Or they have a family that have a restaurant. That woman's she's doing jobs that a woman can do. All right. She's not out digging ditches, working for city sewer, like, you know, on the honeymooners. What's his name?
Girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to find my success, but it was worth it. I never gave up on my dreams. Remember, you can never have a dream come true.
Patrick, you quit posting in Vegas. How come?
Yes, sir.
I wish I were 30 years younger.
4 out of 5 Democrats secretly listened and learned something. The Dan Bongino Show.
Thank you, David M. David M. says on Facebook, I'm bouncing back and forth from Facebook and Rumble. I love the new desk in the studio with the live edge. I had to learn what a live edge there was. All I got this piece of wood for the top. It's real and it's the actual edge. It's not like a finished type edge. I love it too. Thank you. You see Paula roaming around behind me if you're watching on Rumble. We're still hanging stuff on the walls, but I wanted to get a few shows in from the new studio before we depart. And I'll say again to media people, I so deeply appreciate your strenuous, non-stop efforts. Tell me what I said on multiple, but thank you. But I already know. because I said
$100. You could have a piece of that.
I'm so intimidated by it. It is stunning. You know, I thought about this morning.
I should call her Polly
There's like
Jones.
a list of things that are okay to say.
But that would be disrespectful to Polly Jones because that woman was innocent. Bill Clinton should be in jail.
You know, suggest
Bill Clinton caused 911, Dwayne, by the way. He could have prevented that and he didn't. And you know it.
Secretary of Homeland Security for a statement like that. But, you know, on the
Jokester, Mr. Comedian.
Doesn't go along with mainstream liberal narratives. You're not allowed that. You just
Cocaine Ken, as Rusty calls him.
nobody buying their nonsense. But you don't go out and buy a life jacket when the boat's already sinking, and you don't buy gold when the economy's already collapsed. Clearly, others are heeding this advice. As gold
Talk about shallow.
It's not too late for you too. The company I trust to help you diversify into physical gold is Birch Gold. It's a company I buy my gold from. Birch Gold specializes in helping you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA and physical gold for no. Check out this 5-star review. Knowledgeable, helpful, no pressure. That's what you get with Birch Gold. That's why I've used them for a long time. Get your free info kit on gold by texting the word Bongino, the number 989898. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, text Bongino to 989898. Let the experts at Birch Gold help you secure your future today with gold. Message and data rates apply.
Missed anything? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Get today's breaking news on the Vince Colonnade Show, weekdays 3 to 6, right here on WMAL.
Jim, you just heard that cough. We have a cough button in the new studio. We should test it sometime on the air live. What do you think? Everybody's like, no, don't, because it doesn't work. I'm like, no, I think we should. We should do it. I can actually cough now, and you don't have to hear it. It's all fancy over here. I got a great guest coming up for you next, Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. We're going to talk about a lot of things. There was a big immigration hearing yesterday. Liberal city mayors, Brandon Johnson, the Denver mayor, New York mayor, up on Capitol Hill, and really couldn't answer any questions of substance at all. Anna Paulina Luna was at that hearing, so we'll address that and some of the things that went on there. Also, I want to address the reconciliation process moving forward, how that's going to go down, because she's up there. And this is a huge, monster, big, beautiful bill that is going to change the entire country for the better. I just want to be sure, because you're seeing if the through testing process stays on track. We're going to need some unity. Not everybody's going to get everything.
Blowing out your birthday candles should be easy, but if you have undiagnosed COPD, you may find yourself short of breath. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years to your life. If you have symptoms like wheezing or chronic cough, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
Let's see, something different for dinner. Searching restaurants near me.
Right here, ma'am. How can we help?
Same old, same old.
Wait, we're right here, ma'am. Our restaurant's just a few blocks from you. Why is she not seeing us?
Back to the usual, I guess.
Ma'am, can you not see us?
Nope, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local restaurants. You are invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost, get found, get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Imagine the hospital experience. There's a constant parade of serious doctors, countless tests, and a serious diagnosis. Scary surgeries are followed by painful recoveries. You're in the hospital for days, weeks, months. Now imagine you're a child. This is why Starlight exists. Starlight programs help kids in the hospital cope, build resilience, bolster confidence, and change their outlook, because happiness matters. Visit starlight.org to learn more.
Making sense of your world.
This is no conspiracy theory. This is a fact. Here it is.
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 to 9 p.m.
Listen to this, would you?
News Talk 105.9.
Wiggin, remember when you begged me to go troll Shannon's chat?
Every time I feel my
Oh, you got so fucking mad I wouldn't go over there.
You don't understand. I never.
And when I did, I fucked them all up. She didn't know what the fuck.
But that was before I was pregnant. Today, I'm a singer.
I got Mary Bernie pretty good going in as Zenny. When I thought of that, I'm like, these fuckers are gonna trip. He did. Still are tripping. That's why Rob's so mad at me right now. Huh, King Rob? I fucking cloned your fucking goofy little girlfriend, and Lady Sky, she's not very fucking bright, you know, and she put a wrench right on it first thing. Oh, she thinks she made a new friend. She got, Jenny, oh, gave me a wrench.
Breaking this hour, asking
you guys prey on dumb people.
President Trump demanded DC's homeless encampments be cleared.
Just too stupid to realize it, Mary Bernie. And stubborn. Just a stubborn person.
Social, Mayor Muriel Bowser told reporters
dumb as a mule.
The city has long had a list of places to clear out, some of which are actually on federal property.
I know you have several encampments already slated for cleanup. Are you going to ramp that effort up in response to the White House?
Do something, Wiggett.
Ramped up effort. We already do.
Bowser downplayed the president's post, saying,
Ziggy works for you, you fucker. I know he does. He's a mole if there ever was one. He goes from fucking panel to panel just to be ignorant, motherfucker. Thinks he helps everybody out. Now he's on the chopping block. Big time. Anybody associated with Ziggy, if he's your friend, or you fucking think JT, you shot yourself in the fucking foot, boy. That was a bad move.
Says because Mexico and Canada have not done enough.
The best you can hope for is that my health stops me from doing this. That's the best you can hope for.
Is totally.
I've had a bit of a cold, but it's all in my sinuses. 1 minute my nose is running, then like right now it's all clear.
Last year, local businesses are
the weather
for the impact of tariffs.
The wind finally dying down a little bit, but it. 1 minute it's fucking 50 degrees, and the next minute it's 15.
Throne Bakery on Connecticut Avenue, while in Silver Spring, Myrna Harone owns a deli, also telling 7 News.
JC, are you calling me weird? You're the fucking weird one, JC. You're queen of weird. You're not international chat. You're just weird chat. Internationally weirdos chat. Yeah. JC.
A little disturbance.
Wait, JC. You'll go to Banksy and all that, but that motherfucker thought I called him a pedophile. Took offense to it. JC, why do you attract all these stupid drunk people? What's up with that? I got a feeling that the man that you married was a fucking stupid drunk. I can just see the behavior when you're 20. He's 24 years older than you. JC, did you have any friends in high school? About it, Ziggy. Come on up, Ziggy. Bring my mother's picture with you. Come on. Remember last time you come up here, Ziggy? You fucking left mad than a fucker. You won't let me talk. No, I won't let you fucking spew garbage. Because that's all that comes out of your mouth. You're a mouthy fuck. A suck fuck. Ziggy.
All new Nissan Murano. Feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof, while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at NissanUSA.com. Moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. I'm telling you, this stuff is Not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflash.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflash.com.
Receiver Shorn and the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
We head over to Landover, Maryland, where northbound Route 202 is closed right now between the Beltway and Bright Seat Road because of an overturned tanker truck. The other direction, southbound 202, the two left turn lanes are closed. You can squeeze by to the right, only southbound. Northbound remains closed. Around the Beltway, the outer loop is still slow. From Carter Rock across the American Legion Bridge down to the work zone. Before the toll road in the right lane, inner loop northbound, and delays from 123 up to the construction after the toll road along the right. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Winds could gust as high as 55 miles per hour. Temperatures today in the 40s with wind chills in the 30s. We'll track temperatures in the 50s tomorrow through Sunday, 60s Monday, and in the 70s.
She married a pedo. She wants to talk about people being weird. Her father gave her permission at 17 to marry a 42-year-old man. She married a pedophile because she had children by the guy before she got married. Or she got pregnant from rape. She told both stories. I don't know which one to fucking believe. And she called the cops on me. I got her to do that. That didn't work out very well for her. You got something to say? I'm not stopping anybody. I might remove your comment or ban you if you get too fucking rambunctious.
So
this ain't romper room. I'm fucking dead serious. JC slandered my name. She's libeled my name. Fuck her.
Of course.
I am the court. I hold my own court. Fuck you, JC. JC, your marriage is weird. You married a pedophile. That is fucking weird.
Disastrous hearing. You know, we just
a 17-year-old marrying a 42-year-old is weird.
States popular vote victory in such a polarized environment. This was a huge landslide
out there.
And you'd think they'd have learned something.
Ignorant.
But Congresswoman, it really genuinely appears that they haven't, that they're still willing to die on this hill, that illegal immigration in their cities is just this wonderful thing. I mean, they didn't seem in any way contrite about this yesterday.
Well, you know, the most upsetting thing to me is obviously the biggest idea here that they're trying to push is that illegal immigration is, you know, Hispanic people, right? And we know that that's false. We know that a majority are not just Hispanic women and children, but they're actually military-age males, a lot of them from the Middle East, Africa, China, all around the world, right? And we know that
I should be married, yes.
Of the previous administration
Talk about it all the time.
Bringing in massive amounts of people, largely being funded by these entities.
I light up the room, especially when I go to the VFW.
You know, I sat there and
Or the American Legion. I go to both places.
they're going to try to gaslight us.
I was just outside of town. I had to get a ride there, and I get invited. They have nice dinners at the Elks Club.
And with the law, I presented them with their own guidance for the city that enables these illegals, and you know they lied to me, and I don't like that. So what I will tell you is, I think
illegal immigration, that's the issue. Still, that's a problem.
Talking about
illegals being here,
and obviously
committing crimes. That's a problem. It's bad enough when our people do it.
And is how she could talk about her own child, her own experiences, and she's failing to realize that illegal immigration has actually hurt many mothers and many children permanently to where they're no longer here. And so I think that she needs to reflect on her position because it's hurting people.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. We're talking to Congresswoman Anna Paulino. We're not
join the club there, Paul Shepard.
Single answer of any. You may be wrong, but
fuck JT. They want war with me. JC, JT. I don't understand, Gotti. I don't understand why you sat there and laughed, Gotti.
Thank you.
Are you gonna say you weren't laughing at that? No.
So ICE waits.
Sorry, Gotti.
To get out of the jail instead of doing a safe transfer in the jail, which is obviously controlled.
That's fucked up.
Turns into an officer involvement where the officer gets hurt.
I can handle it.
The kind of stuff where you gotta, you look at the Denver mayor who claimed, "Oh, this is the first time this has happened," and I mean, I don't think I'm oversimplifying. Like, this is really just common sense.
Ooh, Charlie's mad at me. Ooh, I'm picking on JC. Ooh. JC said she didn't care about Vegas, chat. She doesn't go there. Now I'm getting blamed for going there and causing trouble.
Right? But these policies in these sanctuary cities actually are not put in place to protect Americans. It's actually enabling hurting Americans, right? And then also too, you know, these leftists claim to say that they're doing this for humanitarian reasons. Well, the actual illegal immigrants, the ones that are not the bad guys, are actually the ones that are most hurt by the bad guys that are coming here also illegally. So what I like to remind people is open border policies hurt people on both sides. That's something that when you present this argument to Democrats, as you'll see on the committee, they really have no argument against it because it's true. They know the facts. But then I'm also finding that right now, because we have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and really we have some great, wonderful people in various positions of government, that the Democrats are trying to use Washington, D.C. almost as like a B-list recruiting for acting. And so you're seeing them doing a lot of these vlogs, a lot of these TikToks. They're not actually serious about what they're putting out. And frankly, they're lying to the American people. And so a lot of people ask me on the Hill, well, what's it like being up there? And I say, well, when the cameras are on, these people are different personalities. When the cameras are off, they'll try to talk to you. They'll be nice to you, but they're really using it as propaganda. And that's, I think, the most upsetting thing about all this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a different question, but you're correct about that. It definitely is a two-faced kind of environment. I remember going up there and testifying about police and police use of force incidents and police reform. And I was up there, and the congressman from DC,
Holy fuck, it's early.
the guy Steven, I forget his last name, who ate the fried chicken, the Democrat, pretty liberal guy. What is it, Cohen? Yeah, that's it. And he came up to me, and during the little recess there, Congresswoman, he couldn't have been nicer. And then, of course, when it was his turn to take a shot at me, which is, fine, whatever, do your thing, put on the act. But I think that's important, the point you just made, that a lot of the stuff that's going on up there is just an act.
Working hard to kind of lead by example. As you saw with my line of questioning, I don't get rude, but I'm presenting facts. And the facts speak for themselves. And I think that a majority of Americans agree with me when you present the argument in a respectful fashion. But, I am just happy that we have President Trump in the White House, because for the last...
Gotta wait 5 days on that handle, so I can't change the name on that one.
Everything that President Trump and his administration is talking about, whether it was cutting the crazy USAID funding, withdrawing from Syria, I mean, all of it. And we were so stonewalled by our own party. And so now that we have a strong leader at the helm who's really embracing these America First policies, but really policies that will help all Americans, not just Republicans, not just, women, not just men. I mean, literally, he is the most bipartisan president ever. And you're seeing there's a massive amount of support and rallying around him. So we're very happy, and it makes my job easier.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it in public approval rate. It's not just you throwing random statistics out there. That's real. The approval ratings for the
4 days on that one.
Congress to his approach to immigration have been largely positive. Let me move to a different area. Elon Musk and the Doge. The media, I always say the media likes to tell you a story, but never the story. So a story the media wants out there now, which I'm sure you've seen in Political Playbook and elsewhere, is the Doge, the American people are so fed up with the Doge. The polling doesn't.
Hey, Randall, I don't think Jeff has ever made any videos or memes about me like you do. Third thing Jeff does, and that's not one of them. All right. Now, to me, it's 6-1, half dozen the other. You're no better than Jeff. Randall, you are no better than Jeff. Why are you here trying to suck my ass now, Randall? Huh? Jeffy, you're welcome. Come in here and stick a fucking foot up his ass if you want. Go ahead. I won't touch the side chat. That Vegas chat sucks. My chat's way better. So, Randall, you're barking up the wrong tree there, fat boy. The fuck? Guys, man, I'm not buying anything. Get the fuck out of my face. That's cool. Yeah, I found one I could change the name on. You're fucked, Randy. You're not going to like this, Randy, what I'm going to do. You're going to be mad, Randy. You're going to want to make another cartoon of my mother or some shit, Randy. Randy, this is going to piss you off, Randy. This is fucking class A1 trolling I'm about to do, Randall. Oh, Randall. Randall, welcome to my chat, you fat fucker. I'm going to give you a reason to report me, Randy. Hey, I'm giving you a nice reason to report me, Randy. See what you can do. All right. Squirt. Hey, Randy, when you had to go to the hospital, was your asshole squirting? You trying to hold it? You couldn't hold it, or what? Squirt. I got that feeling, Randy. You were squirting. Or was the other where you were incontinent, right? You really couldn't control it. And something, when you're incontinent, it means you can't go to the bathroom. That's not good. That's what makes you toxic. That's why you had the blood infection. That's why you had to have infusions, Randall. Randall, you had infusions, right? No, it's not dumb. It's true. And see, that's just how you are. When the truth comes out, that's how you act right there. Your mother never spanked you. Go make pictures all you want of my mother, Randall. Go ahead. It's not doing you any good. I'm live and I have 13 viewers. And you're posting in my side chat. The biggest cuck out here, Randall. Randall. You got my mother's picture, so what? She's dead. She's not even here. We're here, okay? Randall. Randall. I took these screenshots, Randall, when you were live. Squirt. Look at Randall. Was I my name in your brain when you were looking like that? You're looking up like, what can I can't do anything about Billy. Oh, this fucking guy is just hammering me. Oh, JC, help me, JC. You're praying to JC right there, aren't you, Randall? Randall, can you tell me what you were thinking at that moment right there? You remember doing this, Randall? Now look at the jowls on that. I bet you got a glass jaw, Randy. I know you had a UTI infection, which means you probably have kidney stones and you had a blockage and it causes all kinds of fucking trouble. It doesn't, right? It doesn't matter. The biggest man on earth gets a kidney stone and there's a blockage, he's going to his knees. We're all human, Randy. After you were in the hospital with all them fucking tubes up your fucking snout. Your blood was septic. You had to take infusions. You had to take antibiotics to get rid of the infection. Otherwise, you were going to die, Randy. You know, that affects your prostate. I bet you have an enlarged prostate. Don't you, Randy? Randy, do you have problems going to take a shit like Crohn's disease? You do, don't you, Randy? Randy. Hey, Randy, you want to be a star? There, look at Randy. There you are, right there. Go make a cartoon of my mother, Randy. Go ahead. My mother's way better than your mother. Look at the piece of shit your mother fucking gave birth to. Look at this fucking thing. You were one. You're a fucking true redheaded stepchild. Go, Randy. Go get your buddy Ziggy and JT and all the rest. All right. Not sure what Billboard's doing. Okay. Go get your little computer buddies, get together and, you know, make a video. Go ahead.
Family Pharmacy, they step up when the system fails.
Commercial.
And help take control of your health today. Pharmacy.com/Bongino and use code Bongino10.
Wow, Billy. Oh, God, what can I do about Billy Hayden? Oh.
Family Pharmacy is priced are not intended as a substitute for professional medical treatment or advice. Consult with your healthcare provider.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then
do something, Randy. What are you going to do? What the fuck are you going to do, fat man?
massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts are available with TurboTax Live.
Her life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
You know, sometimes in life you just need to make.
He went back to Vegas to cry because what I just said about it does. Vegas chat sucks. They've removed my handles. That, you know, they don't know who it is. They can't identify the handle, so they'll remove it. You know, they're not signaling me out. They're doing it to everybody. You go in there and they can't figure out what your handle is, and you get in the better of somebody. They block it.
Instead, experts we talked to encouraged finding more moments to move throughout your day.
I don't know. I kind of like Paul. I got him inspired to, you know, do a little bit more exercise, work them calories off that you eat. That's what makes you feel better. When you eat, you need to go exercise and work them calories off. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you're on a proper diet, you don't need to take, you could take supplements. Vitamins, prenatal care vitamin is the only supplement you really need to take. You guys in your protein shakes, you know, you get Tiffany out here talking like she's some nutrition. I fucking worked in it. I had to go to school. I went to school for that shit. I'm a fucking supervisor. Fuck you assholes.
Americans believe in faith, family, and freedom.
And Tom is right. Posted in there at that fucking idiot Patrick Rowe. That motherfucker. I'd like to see him go to submarine school. I want to see him pass submarine school.
And our nation. Visit amac.us/SRS today to join millions of Americans who believe in backing their mission. That's amac.us/SRS. Join AMAC and become a part of a movement that stands for you, your family, and your future.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Hey, Vegas doesn't suck so much. I got away with that one.
America Land of the free, home of the Dan Bongino Show.
My chat is better. I'm the only moderator here, so if something happens, you know who's doing it. Vegas, you don't know. You all of a sudden you don't see your posts. You don't know who's doing that.
It's not one of those, hey, which way is the Williamsburg Bridge? It's like my elbows don't work. I'm not going to use the word, but they actually don't work. That's why, when I used to do Fox, people used to say,
Randall, you laugh at your own stuff. Ain't nobody interested in your garbage.
I actually cannot put a tie. If you ever see me with a tie, you know what it means? Jim, do you know? Who's around? Do you have any idea?
Paula.
Paula, how'd you know that? That's good. I thought if I was ever going to trip you up, it'd be that one. Paula's around. We know Paula's around because I cannot look. If you're watching on Rumble, that is it. That is all my elbow bends. It does not forget about my face. So when I drink coffee, if I don't bend my wrist like I'm like painting, I can't actually drink.
They call Nancy Pelosi squirt.
Through the other hand, because sometimes even bending the wrist, I still can't reach. It's that bad. I promise.
This TMI moment is brought to you by
This is
Bongino.
no. I object to that. This is good. With a few good men, I strenuously object to that. This is important information. Someone asked me this, Jim, a listener. You're saying you don't care about the listeners, right? Take that back. I want it formally rescinded.
I apologize.
Okay, thank you. The listener said, "What's wrong? Are you flexing for?" No, I am not flexing. I can't look here. So I'll do a little demo. See, look, hand, no problem. Right hand, problem. We got about now. If I extend like a velociraptor, I may be able to make it. But if I spill it all over the place in the new studio, Paul will get mad at me. Hey, what? Jim, you look great. You look 10 years younger.
Oh, thank you.
What did you do? Was there a trick?
There was kind of a trick to it. I got on PhD weight loss. And you know why? I had to lose weight, and I was way overweight. You saw me the first time we met me. And then when we met at the Patriot Awards again, you were shocked at how much weight I lost because of PhD weight loss. It's life-changing. They can do it for me. They did it for me. They can do it for you too. I believe in them. Mention Bongino. Get 2 free weeks added to your weight loss program. When you fully commit, you'll receive 15% off your weight loss program and 15% off your energy supplement bundle.
You almost forgot that, didn't you? I missed that. Don't worry, PhD. You got it. Your program will be backed by PhDs. Get results or get your money back in our team. Give PhD Weight Loss a call at 864-644-1900. It's 864-644-1900. Or go to myphdweightloss.com. That's myphdweightloss.com. Weight loss results vary per individual. Consult with a medical professional.
Know the news the minute you wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor, 5 to 9 a.m. on WMAL.
So if you are watching on Rumble from the new studio, all that stuff going on with the lights where they're blinking on off, that's intentional. So he's working on it. Yeah, you're doing that on purpose, right? Yes, they're doing that on purpose. They're messing with the lights to make sure. Oh, thank you. Look at that. He talking over the intercom. We got to.
The best stomach exercise is what's known as a crunch. It's also known as an 8-count push-up. 8-count push-up is the best stomach exercise you can do. You go down to the floor and like you're a frog, you put your hands on the floor, right? You got your knees spread a little bit. You kick your legs out. You go down, push up, you come up, push up, you kick your legs back, and you stand back up. Military, they're called crunches. They're also known as an 8-count push-up. That's an 8-count push-up. That's the best stomach exercise you can do. You should stretch out a little bit before you do that. You should always, stretch a little bit, warm up, so you don't pull muscle and shit. All right? But you do 8-count push-up. If that's the only exercise you ever do, an 8-count push-up, it will help you get into shape. That's the best. You don't need to go to the fucking gym. You got Tiffany. I'm going to the gym. Just do what Lauren Jumps does. She's at home. She don't go to no fucking gym. She skips rope and shit. That's good for your cardiovascular. But so are crunches. Now, if you do a crunch, you're doing a good exercise. That's good exercise.
Is closed between 95 and Berry Church Road due to fallen.
Yeah, you bend down in the frog position. That's why I did on JT's channel that monkey fuck, the monkey fuck. But JT, you fucked up. That was a complete insult. You doing that to me, you little fucking punk. You fucked up, JT. Not fuck you.
5.9. Making sense of the news. Former Secret Service agent Dan Bonk.
People come in here and say you need to do that. I should just fucking type you out right now.
Tackling hot button issues with unmatched energy and a passion for the truth.
Since I don't really know who you are, Paul Shepard, I know who he is. Got on panels. He goes on panels. He's trolled me. Unless you're Paul Shepard, I mean, he could be doing that. Yeah, that's what people do out here.
Blankets, toys, and other loose or soft items. It reduces the risk of seeds. Sudden introduction.
Don't give me unsolicited advice and don't tell me what I need to do. Right. I can't take that as a friendly gesture because I don't know you. I don't know who you are. You could be Rusty for all I know. Or worse, JT or Ziggy. How about it, fucking Zigzag Man? Come on, you fucking punk motherfucker. Pretty brave on JT's panel. You fucked up, JT.
Why? Because you're not.
I'd slap you right in the back of the head for doing that.
To the toilet bowl.
You ain't no boss. You've never been a supervisor or nobody, JT. I certainly didn't come here for spiritual healing from someone like you.
What's appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Williams Show podcast. Some of your favorite platform.
Hi, I'm Jamie McMurray, professional race car driver here with cab drivers are professional cab driver. Sorry, professional cab driver. Drinking responsibly is knowing your limits. If you are over yours, ask.
Get out of my face.
To learn more about drinking responsibly, go to beforeyoudrink.org. Oh, think I could.
Probably Todd Heiser.
Drink responsibly. This message has been brought to you by the Century Council. Why did I wait so long to see a retina specialist?
Retinal disease can steal your eyesight,
Tito.
but it doesn't have to. Patients who seek care from a retina specialist have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related macular
Orange man, bad.
to look out for are distortion or warping of straight.
Al Green got removed from the fucking floor of the house. I hope they fucking censor that motherfucker. They need to kick him right out.
For floaters or blurred and distorted vision, visit seeforalifetime.org.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're gonna watch every episode.
Don't talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Angry with this one.
The Democrats did it to James Jaffa-Camp. A couple other people.
It's everything that Superman stands for. Yeah, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Listen on your favorite platform.
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 till 9 on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Any questions?
Call 8444 the USA to get the answers. 844-484-3872. The Dan Bongino Show.
So the ongoing, I hate the word meltdown because it's overused, but I think in this case it's adequate. The ongoing meltdown over Donald Trump's well-received joint address to Congress, it's continuing because they don't. You have to understand with the left right now that they. Let me say this precisely. I've dealt with them for a long time. Worked inside of administrations that were both Democrat and Republican. I lived in Maryland, New York, ran for office in a blue state twice. You get really familiar with their tactics. One thing about Democrats that in some ways I've almost been a little bit envious of in the past is they were really good at messaging. They just were. They had this hopey changey stuff. You know, Bill Clinton was excellent at it. They're terrible at ideas, but their messaging was typically good. And one of the things they would do, you know what? Here, I'll give you an example, Jim. I didn't even intend to do this, but where's that one? You probably heard this, but here are a group of, these are all different Democrats, by the way. They're filming social media videos and they're all saying the exact same thing. This is how they roll. They have this kind of collectivist Star Trek Borg-like mindset. They're usually better at this. Check this out.
I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Gold clip of all of them.
Was there some malfunction on the
Officer Tatum played that on his thing earlier. I watched it already.
Democrats saying the exact same thing over and over. I mean, the exact same thing, using the exact word. Now, this thing was a failure because in the era of social media, of course, everybody can just cut together each, snippet said the exact same way and say, look at this. So they kind of look silly with that one. But they've always been really good at, I'll give you a better example because I love the economics stuff. When it comes to tax cuts, you can just predict it every single time with absolute certainty. I mean, almost to the point if you said to them, I'll chainsaw off my right arm if they don't say it, you're still going to win. And it's they're going to say, well, the rich aren't paying their fair share. These are tax cuts for the rich. It doesn't matter what data you show them that the middle class got the biggest bulk of the tax cut under President Trump. It doesn't matter. The factual part of the whole thing is entirely irrelevant. They unify under one specific message, and they're pretty good at it. They have been for a long time. Why am I bringing that up? Dan, what is it, some kind of laudatory Democrat segment? We have a week and a day left. A week, actually a week. I won't be in tomorrow. I have to go to DC. But a week left on the radio? No. It's to paint a contrast for you. They have been good at this in the past. And Donald Trump is the first guy I've seen running against them. Notice, I didn't say Republican, he's running against them. You've had Democrats who've left the party too. Who has just managed to get them so angry and rage-fueled that despite the fact that you're in politics, so your job is to garner 51 or 50 plus 1% of the support for people to win or a plurality, Donald Trump is the first one that is its almost magical power to get them to continue to die on hills that are just absolute losers. And I'm not talking about even 60-40 issues. I'm talking about 80-20 issues. Men and women's sports, tax cuts. People want that stuff. To get the Democrats to openly advocate for the opposite is insane. Cue up for me, cut 9. Caroline Levitt has done an amazing job as press secretary. He was talking about the TDS after Trump's speech. So I'm not here to give anyone on the other side now political advice. I won't be here to give anyone political advice in another week and a day or so. One lesson I learned early in the business. Jim, do you know how to close this one out? I'm a very, very talented radio guy you all know. He's a national figure. He is a genius in radio. I'll just tell you. Mark knows.
That is a little queer, DA. You're always telling Sebastian and Carlito and then, oh, it's solid.
He's like the smartest guy in the business.
Solid, all right.
Hey, Mark, what's that station in Toledo? And he'll be like, whatever. And he'll tell you who the program is. He knows everything. So whenever you want advice for radio, you go to Mark Little. How does that fit into this? Joint address to Congress. He taught, I don't know if he remembers this, but he told me early on without the cuss word. He's like, listen, nobody ever got in trouble for basically shutting up. Like, if you just don't know something, just don't say it. Because it's radio. I mean, if you don't know something, don't make yourself out to be an idiot, correct? I mean, it's advice. You may say, well, that's easy advice. No, you'd be surprised how many people, Jim, you've been in the business, right? They have to give an opinion on everything, even when they don't know anything. So the Democrats should have taken the great one, and they call him the great one for a reason, taken his advice. The day after the speech, the joint speech to Congress, which some people on the left have mislabeled, it was not a State of the Union, it was a joint address. The smart, political, practical approach is just to shut up. Just listen to me. Listen, it's going to go away. The news cycle is fast. Nobody remembers States of the Union. They remember a few sound bites. Just let it go. Give it a week. Say, hey, I heard some good things. I heard some bad things. Whatever. Just shut up. Nobody ever got in trouble for something you didn't say. There's the greatest advice Levin ever gave. Because there are times, especially when you're doing cable TV hits, where you're really tempted to say something and you're like, I give people this advice all the time. If you have that little person on your shoulder, like, you probably shouldn't say that, don't say it. You can always go back and do your homework and come back and do another hit later, but you can't take back something you said in this modern era, okay? Just shut up. Here's Caroline Levitt about the TDS of the speech. Check this out.
Last night was a very clarifying moment for our country. The Democrats exposed themselves as the party of insanity and hate, the party that wants to put America last. They've allowed their Trump derangement syndrome to stop them from celebrating America and our people, and we will not allow them to forget that.
Don't. They're wandering around right now in the wilderness. And this is why I say to you, I encourage you to take, this is advice from me. I'm sure Mark would give you the same advice, but this is from me, your friend. I promise I'm your friend in this fight. You have my word. There's no reason I would have left all that stuff behind as if I didn't believe in what I'm doing, and I do. Be passionate, which you are, about this country, liberty, prosperity, our Constitution, this MAGA movement, and everything we've done to build something special. But don't get overly emotional. I know that sounds like the same thing, and maybe I am picking bits. I don't know, but I'm trying to think. It's the only way I can think to say it. Be passionate, but don't get overly emotional where your emotions dominate the argument. The left is doing this now. You see what happens. You're now seeing it from the outside, and you're looking at it going, my gosh, this is just so ridiculous. They're self-immolated.
Hey, Paul Shepard, JC gets wicked turned on watching me eat on camera. She imagines this right between her fucking legs. Never happened, though. I wouldn't go down on that fucking skank.
Positions where people
don't
filled. Let their emotions get the best of them. They say, we have to do X. And I say, guys, listen, the votes aren't there for X right now. I'm passionate about X policy too, but there's a limited amount of political capital. Oh, I got that. Here's one. Remember the McCarthy thing, where I said, listen, I'm just asking what the plan is. I'm not telling you like, hey, whatever, good, bad, indifferent idea. I'm just asking if you're going to oust this guy, then what's the plan? That's all I was asking. And you'd be stunned how many people from our side are like, I can't believe it. That we got to. I said, I just asking for a battle. Even now, probably, there's another one. When I mentioned this thing about Social Security, here we have 1,000. It's fine. People who are
she loves my pictures. She's always streaming me and everything. Oh, yeah.
You paid into the system.
Got her to call the cops like what I did with Acid Trip. JC did the same shit. I kept posting the number and she called them. She wanted them to take my guns, Paul. Paul Shepard, would you sign for your 17-year-old daughter to marry a 42-year-old man? Would you make her wait? Would you? Imagine having a 17-year-old daughter and she already has 2 kids by the guy and wants to marry him.
The Democrats are made it now, because if we don't acknowledge that the theft of your Social Security money happened, there's no way to fix it. Because then you just pretend it's still there. I'll give you an example, right? You run a bank, a local bank, whatever, Joe's Bank. You get robbed. You don't want to tell the public. Well, what happens when they come in for their money? Well, what are you going to do? Say, no, we weren't robbed. It's there, but I want it. Well, we don't have it. But that's not the way this works. We have to deal with the world as it is. And the example the Democrats are setting for you now should be a cautionary tale. The public has told them.
You don't have any truth, Colin. Colin, you're just a stupid drunk.
Men and women, sports, this culture war you're engaged in. We don't like open borders. We don't like endless government waste and spending. Producer Jim, the results were conclusive. We won the Senate. We won the House, or we kept the House, I should say. We got a great amount of votes in the House when you look at it cumulatively.
This fucking ignorant Colin.
Popular vote.
You're an ignorant motherfucker, Colin. Stupid drunk.
From this. Well, we just got to do
fucking
it, man,
crybaby.
We really love this topic of men and women's.
My mother died. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, my friend had an operation, JC. Oh, JC. Oh.
The podcast was like a little strange.
Every time JC takes a shit, there's your face.
It'll be all over because there's new screens and monitors, and I'm looking around. At one point, I think I'm looking at the wrong camera. There's a jump cut in there, but I'm having a lot of fun with this today. I mean, a lot of fun. It feels very spacious in here, and I'm in a really good mood today with everything going on. But I just encourage you to learn this really valuable lesson right now. You see this up on Capitol Hill yesterday. You have this open border issue, sanctuary city, illegal immigration issue, which is probably a 60-40 issue against, where people are against illegal immigration. It may be higher. But who cares? Say it's 55-45. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is 55-45 in our split country is a big deal. And yet you see these liberal mayors. And I'll play a clip for you after the break, or maybe the next hour. Brandon Johnson and some others from Chicago. The guy's at like negative 62% approval, which isn't even possible. You can't have like.
You dare come up here, Colin?
Less than 0. But he's managing to do it. It's like even dead people are chiming in. It's like that George Romero, A Night of the Living Dead. They're like, we don't like Brandon Johnson. Well, you can't. We don't count you. Well, it's Chicago. Yeah, it's true. Chicago voting. But he's up there again. Instead of just saying, hey, man, we made a mistake. We're going to course correct. No, they're doubling down. There is an opportunity for us to learn from this. And I'm not trying to sound professorial or like, oh, hey, look at me, everybody out there. Look at we can learn. I really do mean it. We are better at this. We are better at messaging. We have figured out how to use congressional committees. We've figured out how to use memes, how to use social media. We figured out how to organize. We're just better at this than them. Always be passionate, but don't let your emotions take hold of an issue where you die on a hill you don't have to die on. It doesn't mean you don't believe in it. I want a balanced budget tomorrow too. I do. Am I going to vote against a budget because it's not balanced tomorrow? Folks, there's just no math to do it tomorrow. I wish there were.
Hold on a second, Paul. Don't post. I'm trying to do something. Hold on.
Hey, go back 10 years. Listen to my show. But I live in the world that is, not the world that should be. And in the world that is, there's no math for that right now. Don't. Joe Biden, look, you believe it? Even Joe Biden agrees with it. That's it. Thank you, Joe. That was him calling in, brother. That was not a recording. Fact checker. Just keep that in mind. Be passionate, but don't always think of the world in politics as a spreadsheet. Is this a +1 or a -1? Politicians you don't know. Okay, are they a +1 on this issue today? Okay, good job. Tomorrow they may be a -1. Don't fall in love with them. Just fall in love with the spreadsheet. And you'll never lose. More coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Made a mistake.
Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN's birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free.
Trying to
Visit
type one-handed.
NordVPN and discover the benefits. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account.
Encrypt your online traffic. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN.
Attention all patriots, don't miss this opportunity to add the President Trump commemorative second term gold bar to your collection. These limited edition gold tone bars are absolutely free. You just pay a small shipping and handling fee. Order yours today at freetrumpbar.com. Each President Trump gold bar is a masterpiece crafted with precision and care and is a tribute to President Trump's second term. Don't miss out. Visit freetrumpbar.com.
I timed you out for a minute, Colin, because I'm in the middle of doing something. Colin. Click on that link. Come on up, punk.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
You want to be brave? Come on up.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. With you, the proud, the Marines.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST, F, face drooping, A, arm weakness, S.
Click on my link, Colin.
Time to call 911.
Come on up. I'll turn the radio down. You come on up, boy. Come on. Come on up. Open invitation. Come on, brave fucker. Don't make another post. Next post, I'm timing your ass out. You click on the link, though. You have one choice. You come up on my panel, Colin.
That's what your competitors do. It's hundreds of things. Things that Cumulus Boost can identify and fix. And that's how we boost your findability.
That's not. Is that even Colin? Why you got my picture?
Every time I feel my baby kick, I sing.
It's all right. I'll let you
I
up.
don't ever sing.
Give me a second. Go ahead. Unmute your mic. Yeah, you chicken shit motherfucker. That's all you got, you chicken shit. You better run. Fucking coward motherfucker.
This is for you. Get the WMAL app. Play for the Benevolent Troll and stay connected.
Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Over the past 2 years, some public health experts have proliferated the phrase, sitting is the new smoking. That's a bit hyperbolic, but the gist is that we as a society have become too sedentary. Standing desks have become ubiquitous in workplaces across the country, but are they really the quick fix they're cracked up to be? Probably not, according to a new study out of Australia, which found standing for prolonged periods isn't any better for your health than prolonged sitting. It can even raise the risk of circulatory problems. So what's missing in all this? Movement. At a bare minimum, you do want to make sure you are standing up for periods of time over the course of the day. Even better, though, get up and walk around every so often. Skip the email and swing by a colleague's desk instead. Take the stairs. You get the idea. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Yeah, they're playing in my backstage, muting his mic. Somebody's posing as Colin C. That
Bongino media update, because Jim and I are really we're enjoying it.
no, that's him. What's the matter, Colin? You having a problem? Colin's mad at me, Paul Shepard. That boy's mad. He's here to defend JC. Fuck tired. There's no defending this bitch. She's fucked in the head.
I was expecting, there's some ridiculous thing in there though, implying that, I had mentioned, drug dealing.
That wind's so strong out there. A guy's got a couple bags of cans sitting outside his door, and it fucking blew one of them down here in front of my window.
Mother Jones, Jim, I think it came out with their piece.
Anybody listen to Mother Jones or watch it or read it?
Jim, there's this thing in the business. You've been in radio, Jim, a little bit. Did Bobby D say that, or is that just
The hell is that guy's name over there at Mother Jones? His fucking eyes are too close to us.
Jim, there are these things in radio. I'm not sure you're aware.
Yeah, I banned him. Yeah, he's playing games. He's a chicken shit. He won't come up and fucking talk to me like a man. You're useless, Colin. You're just another stupid drunk foreigner.
This is like lifeblood over here. Are you sure? You've been here, Mike?
Go cry to JC.
Mike worked for the Glenn Beck show. We love Glenn. Mike, were there advertisements on there? Is that how that works? Mike says yes. Yes, there were. So Mother Jones just figured out that
wow, that wind is fucking strong.
That keeps it free for the audience. That it has to be paid for. There are two models. There's a paywall, which I choose not to do to keep the show free. And Mother Jones just figured out that there are these things called ads in the show. That's you guys are great, man.
That's because they can't sell any.
Time is it? Oh.
I love when they write the article. I'm sitting here reading it, right, Jim? Me and President Rowan go, oh, one of those Cameron's hands on it. Is he kidding? What is he, nuts? Yeah, so bananas. We've never seen.
Yeah, the Guitar J guy, right? He's another one. He's another Banksy, another. Well, he doesn't turn his camera on. So, all we hear is the voice. All of a sudden, this guy appears, and he's like JC's best friend again. JC's got all these best friends. He's got, especially Banksy. Right? Then there's that AP guy, Death Row, he calls himself. And I'll talk like they got fucking marbles in their mouth. But my name is Banksy.
Bundle has everything you need. People be knocking on your door. God forbid something happens. 3 months of emergency food storage.
And you got Wiggin telling me, oh, Anakin, yeah. He's always telling somebody I don't know, and I'm supposed to just blindly accept them. Fuck you, Wiggin. You and JC are two of the biggest suck fucks out here. You two together are far worse than Rusty. JT, you fucked up. You shouldn't have done that. You do what you want on your own chat, right? I'll never be back now. Seriously.
Did it again.
So I did the same with Shannon. You see, I don't go to JC's. Not even the troll.
Yes, Mother Jones just figured out that
I fucking troll her right from here.
And there's things in there.
Might pop in with a fucking handle fooler and shit. Nobody's fooled JC more than I have. She's been so wrong about fucking handles in her chat. It's fucking pathetic. Mostly I get cloned to being somebody I'm not. Or called somebody I'm not.
I've got a great guest for you coming up next. You know who it is? Haley Karen.
Well, they don't really have to turn their camera on. Let's just say that this Guitar J guy, he's not on. He says he's a teacher. He taught where? He ain't fucking teach no music. He ain't no fucking teacher. Most of them out here are a bunch of amateurs. They ain't no real fucking. If I could play guitar like that, I'd do it. Wiggin thinks I'm jealous. JC thinks I'm jealous. They're always throwing that. You're jealous. The fuck is there to be jealous of over you, JC? When you were 17, all you could get was a fucking 42-year-old dick. The men your age didn't want you. Fucking ugly bitch. Nothing worse than seeing a fucking body with tits and a beard. JC had facial hair removed. Ask Coffee Man if you don't believe me. Coffee Man brought it up. She used to brag about having, I had my bikini line done. No, you didn't. You had facial hair removed. Fucking Sasquatch.
Answer a couple questions.
Turns out you can lower your risk of developing diabetes by eating more plants, eating fewer ultra-processed foods.
Oh, I don't think he was no music teacher.
Maintaining a healthy weight, and of course,
JC, well, I got a picture of her. She turned her camera on during her Halloween escapade there. She's a big woman. Do I see the picture? I get done smoking this joint.
Running our news at 2, I'm Heather Curtis. President Trump's expected to sign more executive orders this hour, but the White House says one to dismantle the Department of Education is not among them.
reports that President
JC is in my peer group, and I'm 63. She's close to my age.
Eliminating the Department of Education is fake news, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says. Draft of the order, published by multiple news outlets, requires Education Secretary Linda McMahon to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the department. It was unclear how that order would be implemented since Congress has to approve the elimination of a federal department. President Trump has made clear his desire to eliminate the Education Department. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The U.S. Department of Education is investigating the D.C. public school system over its handling of students with special needs and disabilities.
Oh, that's her.
Comes after the feds received
Look where she's got her arm up. Okay, look at the size of look at the size of that fucking gut on that fucker. Her legs are fucking twice the size of my legs. She's a big woman. That's her right there in her Halloween. She got that fucking mask on. All that fucking hair underneath it.
A federal study
All right, but there's JC's tits that she brags about. There they are. There's the big moo-moo.
Than any state or territory in the U.S.
That is not Photoshop. That is a screenshot.
Attorneys have filed a class action appeal to an independent federal agency to get.
You ain't gonna do shit, Wiggin. What are you gonna do, Wiggin? She went live. She turned her camera on, and I took the fucking screenshot. There she is, right there. That's JC.
Considering an employee's tenure and performance.
And she's over there saying that Rusty fucking photoshopped it. No, she didn't.
Layoffs of Maryland residents.
Or if she did, that's not the one.
And less money for the state.
JC's a big woman.
High-wage employees, so any loss of employment there is going to have an outsized impact on our withholding income tax revenues.
Robert Rehrman, Executive Secretary of the Maryland Board of Revenue Estimates.
What is striking about Maryland?
No, it's not, JC. I took that screenshot, JC. That's you. You're a fucking hefty bitch.
It's about $50,000 higher.
Come on up, go backstage with me, and let me see what you look like then. I won't show nobody. I won't be like the rest, but let me see for myself, JC.
For 2026. Harper Britt,
You won't.
WMAL.com.
Chicken shit.
Republican caucus says Democrats are going to use this.
Yeah, she's on the other foot now, huh, JC? Huh? How many times you fucking put my name up in the banner and shit, and all fucking shit you come up with? Fucking bitch. Huh? What are you gonna do? What are you and Wiggin gonna do, JC? Do something, please. I wish you would.
Those who are trying to sell crops, but with China.
I'm getting emails from fucking YouTube and shit about the content that I'm creating.
With the tariffs imposed on it, it's going to make them much less attractive to our partners overseas.
Add to that, farming materials coming from outside the states. They've been tariffed.
Yeah, after you didn't get your way with the chief of police, and McDougal's not mayor anymore. Well, he might be. Maybe he is. I don't know if I voted for him. What do you expect the mayor to do, Jay? Yeah, she says she called the mayor. She ain't saying anything to me, JC. You guys are so fucking stupid. Fucking weirdo. JC, you're the weirdo. I called his mayor. Oh, I was wondering who the fuck you were talking about, McDougal. What the fuck is she talking about? What do you expect the mayor to do, JC? What do you think the mayor of the village's job is? What do you think that job is, JC? Uh-huh. You're a dumb fuck, JC. You really are.
The secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside.
Oh, you spoke to him Monday, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, then he has your information. What'd he tell you, JC? This fucking bitch saying she spoke to my mayor. What journal? They're gonna print your letter, and that's not what the mayor does. What a dumb fucker you are, JC. Is that even you, JC? Is that even you in my chat? Probably fucking wigging trolling me. I better check the fucking channel. What a fucking idiot you are, JC. If that's even you. Wow, it's the real fucking witch of the fucking north, huh? Oh, it is JC. So JC, so tell us about it, JC. Did you want to come up on the panel, JC? You want to come up and tell me what I need to know or what? There's the link. Come on up, JC. I won't let nobody gang up on you. You know, Rusty wants to fucking stick a knife in you. Go ahead, go live. You're chicken to shit to come up here. I don't care. Go live. I don't give a fuck. We'll have the same viewers, JC. It'll be the same people watching, both of us. You don't get hardly anybody posting your chat except for the suck fucks. Chicken shits. Right, Avero, she is fucking definitely anti-American. She really is. And we have Americans that are fucking anti-American that go there. Randy's one of them. All right, it's back on. Last hour of Dan Bongino. He's going to be off air pretty soon. I don't know who they're going to put in a noon spot, what they're going to do with it. Might have to go listen to Westwood 1.
If you're watching on Rumble, there she is, Haley. Wait, everybody. There's Haley Carania. You know, I'm embarrassed to say, you never corrected me. I was calling you Haley Coronia for a long time.
I don't correct people because it's my first name and my last name trips people up. So I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I just let it roll. I answer to everything. So
I was quite horrified from, you know, the name like Bongino, where people say Bongino, and you know, they're Bongino. They're not wrong, like bong, right? The bong thing, B-O-N-G, but it was from Buongiorno, so they pronounce it that way. So we get everything's going. We can hear, right, Jim? We're just checking for the. Okay, great. I was a little nervous.
Oh, JC retracting her comments. Oh, isn't that sweet, JC? JC, why are you retracting your comments, JC? Why you do that?
Why do you call it the scroll?
because I scroll all day long on my phone. It's like borderline phone addiction, but I scroll so that you guys don't have to.
Do you death scroll at night?
Yeah.
So, but do you use blue light blockers?
No,
Oh.
I do have blue light
Gee,
glasses.
do you please talk to her about this?
I know.
She's never going to go to sleep at night. That's killing your melatonin production.
I'm a great sleeper. Once I'm ready to go to bed, I go to bed.
This woman must be black.
Jim, please have a talk with her. You're not. You listen. But here we go. But don't say Mother Jones will get offended. They don't realize there's advertisements on it. They just figured that out. So you death scroll like I do. Even Jim wears these blue light blockers.
I have them. I have to remember to wear them.
But because you do that and you scroll through it, you're never caught off guard by a story. There's no FOMO.
No.
So we were talking during the break about Gavin Newsom's new podcast. And going to show you that it's again, this show is very extemporaneous. It's just that's what gives it its authentic feel. I mean, we have elements, so we see it here, but I want to talk to you like we're having a conversation, not like I came into a conversation with 1,000 no's. We're talking about Newsom, of course, the governor of California's new podcast.
Yeah,
So I got a good idea. Let's talk.
I have quite a few morning
Hey,
does.
we just got over 2024. I know, I get it, but the thing about death scrolling through Twitter night is you never want to be caught off guard. So let's not be caught off guard about 2028. Let's go down a list of potential candidates on the Democrat side. We already know who the Republicans are likely to be. J.D. Vance, Vice President Vance. You might have Secretary Rubio. You might have a member of the Trump family. We get that. But on the Dem side, ups and downs, Gavin Newsom. Can I give you mine first? The ups for him, if I'm pretending to be a Democrat, which is hard, obviously to look like people like the hair and stuff, and he's tall. The downs, he's the governor of California. Well, he's the governor of
I'll
California.
be sitting here listening to this.
I think it kind of speaks for itself. Your thoughts?
I live such an exciting life.
Right? So yeah, people in California don't like Gavin Newsom. I think people, especially with the wildfires that just happened, are even more upset with him and his leadership, or lack of leadership, I should say. So I think he's definitely doing this podcast to set himself up. Like, I'm not like other politicians. This isn't going to be like other podcasts.
Right.
I'm going to listen to the right side.
No, it's not. Haley, he's the first one to interview a guy from the other side of political line. No one's done that.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you worked at Fox, correct? That never happens.
No.
You've never booked a Democratic. Matter of fact,
No, I booked Bill de Blasio.
yeah, but you were at Hannity when that happened. That's not the first time.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Hey, Ernie, how did you get the snow to turn black?
Like other podcasters, you gotta sit down. You sat down.
It'd have to be a black snowman, right? Couldn't be white.
Out today, yeah, I think it was. And
Food
they talked
coloring?
about the issue of transgender females in women's
Is
sports.
he dying on that hill?
No, he said he's like, no, I agree with you that.
I guess.
But then he
I
said,
guess you
kind of
could-
doubled-
Wait, I did not see the.
You're cold enough. If you had a can of black spray paint, you could
Yes, Charlie.
be a
Kirk
mess to
asked
clean
him
up.
point blank, do you support men and women's sports? And he said it's unfair. I agree that it's unfair. But then he kind of like backtracked a little bit and said,
JC's getting beat up in Vegas chat really bad.
Careful, we can't just
Good.
say mean things about this group of people.
Seriously, you're right.
Who
You
said-
fucking
who
dumb
said
bitch.
things?
No, I know.
You understand? I don't play these games.
You also don't have a right to play sports against women. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But that's not mean. I mean, folks, you see why I love Haley, by the way? This segment we just made up because I want to test her, because I wanted to. Jim, what did I tell you? I said, she's got a guest host on the radio, tell Vince. I said, we're just going to throw her right in the pool. Just throw her right on. Work with producer Jim, like, you'll be great.
I'm
and there
ready.
you go. You just knocked it out of the park. Well, yeah, you have it? Yeah, hold on. Play that clip. I'll tell you when it's time.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports,
Right.
that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate,
But like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that. There's also a humility and a grace that these poor people are more likely to commit suicide, have anxiety, depression. And the way that people talk down to vulnerable communities is an issue that I have a hard time with as well. So both things I can hold in my hand. How can we address this issue with the kind of decency that I think, is inherent in you, but not always expressed?
Okay. Wow. Haley, you are on that. He did say that. But again, as you accurately stated, he's already hedging and he's bringing up this.
Well, Patrick is right, JC. You sit in your chat and you say you don't go to Vegas, and there you are.
When we discuss this issue, what do we always say? Everyone's a child of God. It's not personal. We all have our own little battles we fight and things we want to fight.
Now I'm
for.
looking at Vegas chat.
If you're not violating my rights, you do you. Hey, it's not personal. But you suggesting that you're somehow entitled to play a game with my daughter despite a muscle mass, a lung capacity advantage, a hormonal advantage is absolutely insane. It is such a loser. It's stunning that more people don't come out and just say, okay, it's over. Like we lost this one, drop the L.
yeah, he shouldn't have had to backtrack, but it just goes to show that he's playing both sides. I was laughing during that clip because Jim's shaking his head. I just think it's funny coming out of Gavin Newsom's mouth because his state is the one where the schools are allowing kids to transition without telling their parents, and therapists are affirming this. They call it like gender affirming care. Like these people are going to die if they don't get this surgery. And that's not true. I think it's making it worse. It's like the worst form of body dysmorphia you can have, right?
I always make the point that that is exactly the opposite. It is a non-gender. That's not your actual gender.
Right.
But I want to ask you about another candidate. I think you brought this person up during the break, but I think this person could be the dark horse for the Democrats in 2028. The governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro. My positives for him, if I'm a Democrat, folks, don't send me a nasty gram. I'm just saying if I'm a Democrat. Swing state, relatively high approval ratings. He pretends to be. a moderate. The downsides, he's really not, and he's shown a little bit of cowardice on issues like school choice and other things where he should have stood up.
Yeah. I think the Democrats have to do a lot of reckoning after this massive loss in November. So I think they kind of shoved him aside because they didn't want to deal with the whole Palestine-Israel issue with him. The huge faction of the Democrat Party, all the young people were on college campuses, advocating against Israel. So then they didn't want to bring in Governor Shapiro to run with Kamala Harris. And I think they're realizing all the mistakes that they made this time around. So then they're going to have to backtrack a
Was
little
that
bit.
the single dumbest vice presidential selection ever? Tim Walz over Shapiro?
Well, Kamala Harris was the worst.
Jim, shame on you. Brought this up. I keep doing that. Absent Kamala Harris, was that the single dumbest? The second dumbest?
Yes.
Yeah. Huge.
But he reminds me like Tim Walz and Tim Kaine, like, don't they remind you? Like, they're very similar, just beta males with white hair.
Everybody forgets Tim Kaine.
I totally forgot about him until just now.
I saw something on Twitter a few weeks ago. They were highlighting some ridiculosity Tim Kaine had said. They were like, this was Hillary Clinton's own running mate. For a second, I was like, I forgot about that. Feels like it was eternity ago. Let's go to another one you brought up. And the age thing aside for now, I'm not really sure where she is, but still, she's definitely planning on bigger things. AOC. My positives for her, she has a big, huge base of donors. Liberals love her. Hollywood loves her. They don't know what they're loving her for, but they love her. The downsides to AOC, there are endless clips of AOC buffoonery. The Margaret Hoover one is my favorite. I don't really know much about the Middle East. Well, maybe just don't say anything then. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, don't chime in. But your thoughts on AOC?
I think that she has a really good chance. She is eligible to run for president in 2028. She'll be 35, I think. So yeah, I think people, the good thing about, or the good thing for Democrats, of course, because we're talking about this like we're Democrats, people will vote for her just because she's a woman, and people will vote for her because she's young. She has the age on her side. I think term limits is huge, and I think young people are really over having the older candidates. So I think, we kind of started it with JD Vance, and I think the candidates are going to trend younger, so that might help in 2028.
And another thing, dude, did you just drop a sir in there? Haley didn't hear that. She has no ear. It's my fault. Oh, you do? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was big mistake. I thought, and I know. I tell, hey, your forehead shiny. I get it. I've heard it 1,000 times. I just eventually, I don't know. Maybe I think it's a makeup artist in here. Not for me. For everybody, I'll get one of them. He is social media savvy. This is something you've been doing.
I haven't seen JC go live, but
reels and lives.
She took the notifications off. I don't know.
Listen, I'm not obviously ideologically disagree with her, but she understands that we are the media now. It's old school media is dead.
Yeah.
I told Jim, I'm reading like Jim, 8,765th article about me. Like, no one really cares. Like, nobody's paying attention.
I very rarely see AOC on the major networks. Does she do hits?
She does, but it usually ends poorly. Yeah. So she chooses to do like,
her own Instagram live.
Her own Instagram live where she's putting together like IKEA furniture or something. Like, look at me. All right, let's go one more here. Got about, so when you're doing the radio show, you see the top.
Yep.
So this is you know the radio deal, but this is a floating segment. So we can get out anytime from, Jim's like, you're doing this on the air? Yeah, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't we? So you can get out anytime between like maybe 15 and 20. But to bust Jim's rocks here,
we're going to go right to 20.
We actually may take it a little over. He hates it when you go to 20, or if we go to 21, watch him start freaking out. So we're going to do our best to take this to 21 on the nose. You think we can do it? All right, this is only Jim to terrorize you in the last 6 days we have here. J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois. My ups and downs. The downside, J.B. Pritzker, it's really hard to run as a billionaire when you're going to say you hate billionaires. The upside to Pritzker, I got to tell you, I'm at a loss. I really don't have one, and it's because it's hard to think like a Democrat. Your thoughts?
Well, the funny thing, to your point about the billionaires, like Elizabeth Warren, her whole shtick is like hating on billionaires, and Bernie Sanders, the same thing, because they're all socialists, but they make way more money than their, congressional salaries. So I just find that very funny. I don't really have too many thoughts on JB. I don't think that he'll go that far, honestly.
Well, I don't either. And the problem with JB Pritzker is I see, again, he's run Illinois into the ground, and sooner or later you have to produce, we always call the spreadsheets. Like, you have to produce the numbers. Illinois is obviously in a tidal wave of debt. They have a pension problem in the city of Chicago. He's got to deal with liberal mayor Brandon Johnson in Chicago. He's got an approval rating that's like 3 or 4%. It's obscenely low.
JC said she called my mayor.
About him is the Democrats,
Monday.
They always say, like, what is it? The Republicans fall in line and the Democrats fall in love. He's a
Hey, heard from him. Cops ain't been here.
For all the beefs we legitimately have.
Not a second time.
He had that Biden and Pritzker don't.
Holy fuck.
Even though a lot of it was just BS. You look at it and say, well, if I were a Democrat, like, I get it. Bill Clinton did the same thing. He playing the saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. Jim, you remember that, right? Everybody's like, look at this guy. He's so cool. He was talking about whatever, like, I didn't inhale. And people at the time thought that was kind of like cool and edgy kind of stuff. See, watch, look, like Jimmy's bouncing.
He's starting to freak
See?
out.
Watch, look at him. We should see.
Run again? Like, do you think we'll see the Cory Bookers of the world run again, or anyone else like that? Who ran last time?
Cory Booker was one of them, but Cory Booker screwed himself the same way Shapiro did. He tried to portray himself as a centrist moderate, school choice and other issues. And the minute the progressives who fund people like AOC came barking, what did he do? He backed out. Yeah, so sooner or later, you see, look at him. Folks, we are poor Jim.
Taking it to the end.
Taking it to the end. When you do this, you have to do this at least one segment. Wait, you think we could fill 20 seconds? No.
No.
Dude, you just screwed yourself with the show. I was actually going to get out early, give you a little bit of leeway. But now I'm going to get out to the exact second. Why, Jim? Because I'm a radio professional. You can follow me on X. I'm at DBongino. Be right back.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time?
McDougal is married to Didi Skozafava. Didi was 2 or 3 years ahead of me in high school. I forget. She was just ahead of me in high school. Didi Skozafava. She ran for Congress and didn't win. McDougal is just a figurehead. These fuckers calling my village thinking they're going to get something done. What a bunch of morons. JC claiming she called McDougal. So you're on the hunt again, huh, JC? I don't even go to your chat and you're fucking all worried about Billy Hayden. I fucking talk about anybody I want. And I'll let whatever people want in my side chat. It's a political chat, JC. I try not to fucking remove people's, if they insult me, it's just all there is to it. I can control what people do and say in my chat. You get your first chance, you make a good first impression. If after that, like JT, you should have went big screen and asked him to remove that, but you didn't. So, that says volumes about your character, lack thereof. So there you go, Gotti. I tried. Ziggy's not even a streamer, and he's up there using you fuckers like that. Fuck you, Ziggy. Ziggy wants you to send him money so he can come and beat you up. Ziggy, there's no fucking chicken farmer. The fucker doesn't even have a license. He's what I accuse Will Durant of. There's a reason people worship Satan and become Satanists. It's because there's nothing good in their life. There's nothing good in your life, Ziggy. You hate yourself. Why is that? I can just imagine what your mother is like, Ziggy. I bet your mother is a real piece of shit. Look at her son. Bible says you're defined by your children. That's the problem with people like you, Ziggy. You don't have a wife and kids. You're not invested in your school system. You don't pay property tax because you're not a property owner. You don't own a business. Therefore, you're not an employer. Are you a chicken farmer? People washing your eggs for you to sell them or what? In Florida. Better do them fast because the hot weather's coming. Costs money to have chickens. You got to feed the fuckers. You got to house them. I'm not sure down there, but up here, chickens are a delicacy for the wild animals we have. Foxes come out of the woodwork. They're fucking everywhere. And so aren't the coy dogs. Then there's the bird of prey. Most of them like pigeons. Parrot and falcons, though, they're a different story. And they are here, and I've had one out in my feeder take a bird. I watched a parrot and falcon take a blue jay. Feathers every fucking where. Not sure what Sasquatch means. Fucking. Better turn this back up, I guess.
Then there is reality. Find out the difference here. The Dan
I'm
Bonjour
missing the
Show.
show. Might be.
Yeah, real smart ass one. Now you better get to this stuff right away. Christopher H sent me a Facebook message. I was telling him how the audience how I can't put on a tie unless Paul is around because my destroyed arthritic elbows. He's like, man, you need to get some clip-ons. I can't. I'm nothing against the clip-on, but I appreciate it. I wore one in cafe.
That's on their end. Come on, you fuckers.
To consider a safer, less lethal alternative to avoid many legal complications associated with traditional firearms. Byrna's less than lethal pistol launcher can be equipped with tear gas and kinetic ammunitions designed to incapacitate an attacker for up to 40 minutes, minimizing the risk of permanent harm. Byrna's real-life customer Adam recounts he was headed to work one night, encountered a road-raging driver who swerved dangerously towards him and aggressively approached him. After stopping, he remained calm at him and dialed 911 and armed himself with his Byrna launcher. Aiming the laser at the aggressor's chest immediately de-escalated the situation. The driver returned to his vehicle and waited the police. That night, Byrna didn't just prevent a potential tragedy, it saved 2 lives without causing physical harm. Legal in all 50 states, requires no background checks, and conveniently shipped directly to your door. Visit Byrna.com/Dan now for an exclusive 10% discount for my listeners today. That's BYRNA.com/Dan. Must be 18. Visit Byrna.com/Dan for details.
WNAL, making sense of world events. Because those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Download the WNAL app to stream us for free.
All right, what was I going to talk about? Oh, the fight video. If you know,
Holy
did
fuck.
you see it? I will put the video on my Monday.
Acid Trip finally took down his fucking stream and took a break.
If you haven't seen it, just go to True Social, X, any video platform, TikTok or elsewhere, and put in Democrat fight video. You want to see the most ridiculous. Guys, I'm not just saying this, and ladies out there, I'm not just saying
kind of feeling in songs. I like it all. Bruce Springsteen. These feel repetitive, just music written at a level that I thought was, this is the best that I can be.
All right, 2:30, half hour left to Dan Bongino. I post the link. Last call. I got to go do some things. Wind's been keeping me from walking an errand. Getting to the point where I need to go do it. So there's the link. Anybody want to come up real quick? How about you, Colin? Anybody want to come up? No, I'm taking off. I'll be back later because I can. JC will go live as soon as I leave. You are, Wiggin? No, I'm gonna quit inviting you. You know the invitation's there, Wiggin. You just can't keep your mouth shut. Healthy fucker. You and your little fucking girlfriend. You fucking so mad. It's fucking pathetic. All right, JC, I'll be back later, bitch. I got lots to say about you. I'm gonna make my chat about you tonight, JC. Simply because what's going on in the political world. Yeah. Trump's supposed to be in jail, JC. All your friends and all of them fucking wishing death on him. Coffee man again. Oh, will a sniper be there? Ah. Fucking drunks and felons and all kinds of shit. You're a piece of shit, JC. So isn't your father, and so wasn't your husband. They want to use my mother's picture. I'm going to be talking about your fucking husband tonight, lady. And a little bit about your dad. Fucking, who the fuck would sign for their 17-year-old daughter to marry a 42-year-old man? What in the fuck? Bye. Fucking idiot, JC. Fuck you, JC. And fuck you, Wiggin. Jihadist motherfucks.